Well, hello YouTube. Here we are with a little bit of a recycling trailer video. Now, unlike the previous video you've seen where we wrapped it with the plastic mesh, this one here is a potential problem that has popped on up. As you see, we got a fairly good load on, about half or so of the trailer. I probably could have went a little bit longer and pretty much filled it up. However, a small deficiency has opened on up. Something that I was anticipating to happen. Something that was happening with the previous wire mesh. However, I figured the plastic mesh, being I had it tighter, would not, or hopefully would not, do the same thing. Well, what we got here is, of course, the cans, and because they're pushing outward on the basket or on the netting itself, it is rubbing into the tires, as you see basically there. Now, the bottles and cans aren't jamming into the spokes, so we did solve that problem. However, we still have that rubbing or bulging out problem. Now there's two ways you can deal with this. You can take these tires off of this trailer, put really skinny ones on it, which will help alleviate some of that problem, but it probably will still, bulge out and still touch the tire. Now, I don't know at this time if there is damage to the plastic netting. Being it's plastic, being it was rubbing on the tire, there could be worn through spots that will have to be patched. Worst comes to worst, I'll put like tape over it or something and call her good at the, maybe what I'll do is zip tie in a new section of netting. Basically, it's not a one side only problem. It's a problem that is occurring on both sides that needs to be dealt with. So I am thinking possible maybe taking the easy way out, wrapping the trailer with like duct tape or Gorilla tape or something right around where the tires are. So what it'll do is it'll rub on that tape and won't wear through the netting. Then doing what I probably should have done to begin with, using one of these straps, putting between the netting to pull it inward. I guess that's what the trial and error runs are for. The first run I didn't nowhere near get this full, and of course the runs after this were pretty much carbon copies. We've had a few hot days, so of course the beverage containers are out there to get. So you end up getting a fuller load, and that's when things pop on up. So pretty much, guys, I'll get this trailer emptied and then get the wheels popped off it, put it up on stands, and see what we're working with. So here we go. I got it all emptied on out, put up on the sawhorses, ready for the redneck fix. True redneck fashion, when your building practices or planning out fail, why not use the secret weapon? Of course, duct tape. However, I'm going to kick it up a notch and use Gorilla tape. Pretty much, if you're going to do it, why not use a little bit of overkill? So what I've done here is I've measured out roughly where the top of the wheel is, and I'm going to put a bead of tape pretty much around the trailer, or right there. And while I'm at it, I'm going to do a secondary loop of tape at the bottom all the way around as well. It probably will add another ounce or two of weight to the trailer, but at the same time it is better than, having it rub on the tires. Then what I'll do is put one of these little elastic bungees between the strips of tape, and that'll pull it, put a tension back to keep the netting out of the wheels. That's what I used to do for the wire mesh for last season, and it worked great. Hindsight's always 20/20. If I ever build another one, I will put a bar across from there to there, so I can anchor that to it and hopefully not have a repeat, well, problem that's been going on. So let's get this tape run and then, well, see what it looks like. Okay guys, so there we go. Pretty much got the trailer, well, redneck modified for another season, or at least another round anyway. Put a couple rounds of tape at the bottom of the mesh, and put a couple rounds of tape in the middle about wheel height. Then what I did is I stretched the strap across to give tension to it. As the trailer gets full, it will stretch out a little bit in those areas, but at the same time it should keep it out of the spokes. This by no means is a permanent solution. I might have another project lined up for the summer. I do have another one of these here trailers that I could modify in the same fashion. So maybe what I'll do is make a Mark II of this here design with the bar in place where she needs to be, and it should all be, well, good from there.